Morning, ladies. I know it is a while coming, but here it is finally, the mineral eye pigments tutorial I promised you. I posted a photo earlier, I think last week, or maybe this week, I can't remember, of a look I was going to do for you girls as a demonstration so you can see how to use, build, and create different looks with your mineral pigments. So I already have one of my eyes finished, and I'm doing the same look. So the colors I'm going to be using today are Dignified, which is the shimmery green, Sexy, which is one I use usually every day, and this is like the pinkish whitish color, Regal, which is the shimmery purple, and then for some more dimension in my crease I'm going to use Glamorous, which is more of a deep purple. So I already have this one started. I'm going to go ahead and start this one so you girls can see. I am going to begin with my deluxe brush and my rose water, and I'm just going to spray this brush and let that sit for a second. And what I always do when I start my eyeshadows and put on all of my makeup is I use my Glorious primer, and I just go in and put it over my entire lid. This is what helps the pigments grab on and stay all day long. So then I'm going to go in with my brush, and I'm going to start with the shimmery green, which is the Dignified. And I wet it a little bit so it gives it kind of a pasty look. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. But I'm just going to start in over my lid and just go to the middle. And I just kind of dab it and then sway back and forth a little bit. But I like the bolder look, so I kind of press and dab just to get it to stick to that primer, and then give it just a little more thick, bold look. So it looks like that. Then what I'm going to do is go in with my liner shader brush, do the same thing, spray it a little bit with my rose water, and then I'm going to go in with my Regal, which is the shimmery purple color. And with this one, I'm just going to go from the inner corner and then just meet where I left off with the green color. So same process, kind of dab and just swish it over to where it meets. So kind of press and dab. So it looks like that. And you can always go over again. You can add more of your rose water or any cream base that you girls have. If you want to mix it with your primer, you can do that. If you need to go over maybe a little bit more because you want it to look a little brighter, bolder, you can always build. So I've got that process finished. And I've got it where I want it to be color-wise. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer brush with the Sexy, which is like the pinkish white. And then I'm going to go in right under my brow line and kind of do the same thing. Just press and then just move it around right under the brow line. And the only thing I would suggest is just being careful not to mix them while you're pressing, because you don't want to mix the colors. So what I try to do after I've done this process, which is my lid to the outer area of my eye, my inner corner, and then up under my brow line, I go back in with my liner shader brush and I just lightly kind of blend in this area right here above the crease, just so it's not so one and the other. So I just kind of blend up there. I don't really touch my lid, just right above on the crease line. Then finally I'm going to go in with my crease brush, and I'm going to use the Glamorous, which is that deep purple. And when I use this brush, I really try to dab it into the pigments just so they all get in there. Then finally, I just go in right above like my crease line with the Glorious and just put that in right there. If you want to kind of bring it down around the green, you can. I lightly did it, I believe, on both sides over here. And then you can kind of go a little bit, but I wouldn't do too much because you don't want it to take away from the other two colors you have. So that's how it looks, finished with the Glorious on top. I may go back in if you girls want to too, just to kind of lighten it and just blend it a little further. You can do that. And again, if at any point you feel like there's more of the pigment that you want to be a little bolder, or you feel like it got a little too mixed in or shaded, you can go right back in and just build right on top of it one more time. Like that. I'll probably do the same thing with the Sexy, just to kind of finish it off. And then once you're all finished, what I did for my liner today is I used Perfect, which is the black, and then I went back in with Passionate, which is the purple, just to kind of bring this inner purple down. So what I do for my liner is I start by going under my lid, just to kind of make it look a little tighter with that black. And then I go from my corner here, inside my eye, and kind of bring it to the middle, because that's how I start my wing. Then I go on top and just meet to the middle of the wing. So it still has that light, fine point at the end, and then just gets a little thicker on top. So once you finish that, got your liner done, I'm gonna go under with the purple, and I just go to under. I don't try to do it too dramatic, but I'll just go under a little bit with that purple, just to bring down that look a bit. So it looks like that. And then finally what I do is I go in with my lash comb and brow brush, because sometimes when I'm doing my liner, my eyelashes will stick together. So I just kind of comb them out before I apply my mascara. And then go in with my gel first. Apply it on top. And like I've said in my other tutorials that I've done previously, I kind of like more of the dramatic look with my lashes, so I try to put a little heavier of a coat of gel first, just so the fibers stick a little better. And then go in with my fibers, and I just usually put my fibers on the tips because I like the extension. And then I just put a little bit in the middle to give it some more thickness. So once I've done that, let it sit for just a second. And then finally go back in with my gel. Just to seal those fibers in there. And on my third step with the gel, I usually go in one more time on top just to make sure that everything stays there. So it looks like that. And then I usually don't put the fibers on the bottom. I just go in with the gel. So I'll go underneath one more time with the gel, just lightly. I keep getting on my face. And if that happens, like I've told some of the other girls, if you can't get it off right away, just rub it off, then you can use your makeup remover, take that off. So I'm all done with my eyes. Sometimes with the pigments, when you're doing a little more of the bolder look or you're building a lot, you can get a little bit of them under your eyes, just a little bit of the color kind of gets down there. So all I do is I go in with my pressed powder, and then I just kind of sweep under my eye like that. Just so you're kind of dusting it off your face and covering at the same time. And then you can just go back in with your brush. I use my powder puff brush to put on my foundation. So then I'll just go in to kind of blend it like that. So I hope you guys got some ideas. When you order your pigments, if you girls want any more suggestions with colors, I have them in every color. So I'm gonna be posting some more looks throughout the month, but I just wanted to do this demonstration for you girls. So again, message me with any questions, and hope you girls have a great day. Thanks.